Just for a change. There we go. Okay, if you if you can actually hear me okay, can you just leave me a comment, please? I'm not sure we're actually live everywhere. I can see us on YouTube. Just can't quite see my screen. So there's 6 watching on YouTube. Hi. Okay, well, thank you for joining me. Anyway, I'm just not sure that we're live on Facebook. I can't seem to Oh, Jacqueline, yeah, and Bevan, hi. Yeah, thank you. It's maybe just a delay. I get worried when I can't see any comments and things, and I can't actually see the I can't see the stream on Facebook for some reason. Anyway, that's fine. As long as I know that we're all here and you can hear me, and that's fine. Christine, yay. Okay, right, that's marvellous. Thank you. I'm on my own today. So his nibs has gone out. Sana, hi. He's gone out, so I'm home alone, so I'm having to do the tech as well, which is not always easy. So thank you for joining me. Happy Sunday. Are you having a nice Sunday lunch? Hope so. I don't know what I'll have. Probably a tomato sandwich. I kind of live on tomato sandwiches right now. It's like my go-to meal. Love tomatoes. What can I say? I love tomato sandwiches. Always have. Anyway. So, and hello to everyone on YouTube and Instagram. I can't, for some reason, I can't minimize my screen. So, although I've clicked it to go, like, oh, don't want that, sorry. God, honestly, tech. Why don't things just work? It does work. It just doesn't like me going out of the window that I'm in. So, anyway, I hope that we're live on Instagram. So, I'm a bit kind of all over the place. I have to admit, I kind of got up quite early this morning, did some work, and then I thought they kind of went out. They've gone off to York today, and I decided to go and trim the lawn, all the edges of the lawn and everything, which I kind of got a bit carried away, and I was out there an hour and a half. So I've only just kind of come back in. I've had to I looked like I'd been literally dragged through a hedge when I came back. I thought I'd only been half an hour. So I was covered in green bits. I've had to have a wash and everything because I was literally had it splattered all over my face. So I'm kind of a little bit ill prepared because I realised it was like half past 11 and I hadn't even set up, so I'm sorry. Anyway, hi Wendy as well. So if you've been hiding under a rock this week, then you won't know, but if you haven't been hiding under a rock, you'll know that we've got a really lovely new release out this week. So before I forget, I'm going to do the housekeeping bits. So today, if you want to be in with a chance of winning £25, actually, not dollars, so it's about $30 plus, but £25 voucher to spend in the Polkadoodles store, which basically means that you would be able to get at least one stamp set and a die set, I would pretty much imagine. Probably a paperback, I don't know, £25, it's a lot of money, $30, so you could probably get a stamp and a die for that. So it's, you know, a big voucher, and all you've got to do is just oh God, my laptop's saying update. No, forget it, go away, remind me later, thank you. Hi Carol as well. So to win that, just enter win in the comments. You can enter as many times as you want. I'll just randomly pick someone at the end. We try and make it fair, so we do try and pick somebody different every week. But you know, it's open to everyone except design team and employees of Polkadoodles, which is moi, and the other one isn't here. So you know, be in it to win it. So literally just type win in the comments and I'll pick someone at the end. Well done, Amanda. And then also, before I forget, because once I get started, I will forget. So I'm going to just, oops. Oh, I've lost my screen now. Oh no, where's it gone? Oh, there, I'm back. So there is a code today. Oops. What's happening? Honestly. Oh, guys, just bear with me. Oh, there we are, I'm back. It's not liking things today. It's flipping everything all over the place. Yeah, so there's use code live10 and that'll give you 10% off everything on the website as well. Well done, Jackie. So lots of you already entering win. So well done. So we've got brand new release. In fact, really is kind of 3 releases in one, really. We had all the new Binomes last week with all the printables and everything and the MDF. And then this week we have our gorgeous new Summer Garden release. So I'm going to go through it with you. You can watch the show replays. So we're on Hobby Maker on Wednesday if you missed it. I have actually loaded edited versions onto the website. So let me just grab the link again before I forget, because I do. Let me see, where's it gone? Oh no, I can't find anything again. Okay, bear with me. Honestly, literally, I'm in the tiniest little screen here. There we go. Oh, that's not it. Bear with me. What is that? That's not that. Oh, honestly, I don't know what's going on. Sorry. There's always something every week, isn't there? It's just like literally. I'm literally looking through a tiny little box like that because it won't let me actually look at my screen. So if you can't, oops, let me just see. I'm just going to put a link in there so that you actually can find everything. There we go. Where's the link bar? I'm hoping this is it. Yay, there you go. So if you want to shop anything that I'm about to show you, the link is there in the comments, okay? That seems to have gone onto YouTube. Does it think I'm on YouTube? Is that why it's not letting me do anything? Wow. Do you know, maybe it is. I know my YouTube is there. Okay. No idea. I don't know. Right, I'm definitely on Facebook now. Okay. So, crikey. I'm going to just shut some of these things down. Sorry, I know this is really boring. It's just like I have to get this right because otherwise we don't know what the heck we're doing. Oh. Okay. No. Right, I'm just going to go in the comments because I'm wasting time here. Right, okay. So the link is in the comments somewhere. If it's not there, if you can't see it wherever you're watching, then just head to the website and look for the Summer Garden release. It's there on the front page anyway. And there's a whole category full of everything. There's literally about 30 odd new products in there. So it's very exciting. Lots of lovely things to show you. So shall we get started? You don't want to sit here looking at me. So I'm not going to look. It's basically stamps, dies, stencils, papers, embellishments. Ooh, lovely. But we have also got lots of MDF as well. Now, I'm not going to look at the MDF today, but I have to. We'll do that next time because there's lots and lots of really gorgeous MDF kits, and they were so popular on Hobby Maker. But I'm not going to show you those. Now, if you actually ordered MDF on the show, I just have to tell you that we've had a little bit of a machine hiccup. So because we sold so much, it was all on extended dispatch. If you ordered on extended dispatch, then there might be a little delay with your order because the machine went wrong on Friday and we're waiting until tomorrow to actually speak to support to find out what's happened with it. But basically, it won't move. So anyway, we'll get it fixed tomorrow. It'll be fine. It's nothing major. It's just, I think I've pressed a button and made it break. Anyway, so so just be aware that there might be a bit more of a delay. But I think the extended dispatch was for the middle of this week anyway, so I don't think it's going to be a problem. Right, but before we move any further, one thing I have to tell you about. So if you saw my email yesterday, I kind of made a bit of a confession. So I've made a bit of a cock up, guys. So it was a bit of a miscommunication thing. I told Mr. Doodles, obviously I tell him what to do because, we know he's the boss, don't we? So I tell him what to do and what to make and how many. And gotta confess, got my figures wrong this week. Don't know what I was thinking. Anyway, basically, I told Mr. Doodles to make a certain quantity of 2 MDF kits. And literally I've made him make double what he should have made. So these are what I've done, because we've got, it's not like we haven't got thousands or even hundreds, but we've got more than I want sitting on the shelf right now. It did sell really well on the Hobby Maker, so we have got orders coming through continually, but I don't want it sitting there for another 3 months, 4 months, whatever. And so I decided, because Father's Day is coming up in 2 weeks, so it's it's 2 weeks today, Father's Day. So if you haven't got your Father's Day gift sorted yet, and I know I've been banging on about this now for a couple of weeks, but basically what I've done is I've reduced the price massively on these 2 kits. So the first one is the one that we saw a couple of weeks ago. So this is the little World's #1 Dad photo frame. So this is an MDF kit. It comes flat. So you're just going to literally glue it together and then you can colour it. And this is so easy to colour. I just literally coloured the frame with a white ink pad. I actually used our wood grain stencil over the top for a bit of texture. And then I used a marker to just colour in and shade the dad and all these like little bits. And I put a little tiny bit of wax on it, on the stars and on the cup here. Now this, I think, I'm not going to go to the website because I can't see it. But I think this is $6.99. We were selling this on Hobby Maker. It's a bit naughty really of me to do this, but I just don't want the stock sitting there. If you look on the website, this is now $3.99. And it's just pure, there's nothing wrong with it. It's not because we didn't sell them. It's because we made too many. And it was my fault. There was a bit of an argument about this on Friday. So Chris went mad because he was kind of like, why have you made me make all of these? And we didn't sell them all because we told Hobby Maker we had X amount of quantity and that was it. And, kind of once we go to air, it's too late for us to change that quantity. So the quantity is on the website. So $3.99 instead of $6.99. So half price for this. But that's not all. Okay, so that's a really good deal. But this is an even better deal. So if you saw this on Hobby Maker, let me go overhead. Bear with me. Let me find my correct camera. Oops. Oh, where are we? Oh, well, that's nicely. Let's just get that in correctly. I think I've been messing about moving things around. Well, there we go. So, if you saw me on Hobby Maker with this kit, which as you can see, this is big. So this is 13 inches. So I designed this. This was totally selfish for me. I made this for my dad because he never, you never know what to get them, do you? And my dad doesn't have like hobbies. He doesn't fish. Yeah, he likes football, but would he want me to buy him something football related? No, not really. So, and I think a lot of guys are like that. You don't always, just because you've got a hobby doesn't mean you want your house filling with it, does it? I always remember my mum and dad used to have a farm, And when they got the farm, they had pig. That, you know, when we first got the farm, we had some pigs, and literally everyone bought my mum and dad ornaments of pigs, and the house was just full of pigs. And it is just like, you know, then you can't really do anything because you don't want to offend people. And then when they come round, if they're not there, but literally she had hundreds and hundreds of these blooming pigs. And it's just like we go overboard, don't we? If we think someone likes something, then, you know, we buy it all the time. So this is 2 pieces, this clock. This should normally be, when we actually get rid of this stock, and we're giving it to you, basically, we're giving you first dibs, it'll be $16.99. It was $9.99 on Hobby Maker, and it's listed on the website at $9.99 as well, which is a really good price. You get all the mechanism, you get the numbers and everything in there, and I'll show you, you get everything, and I'll show you how easy it is to assemble it. But basically, $3.99. So go and grab this. Sharon, my house is full of my hobby. Yeah, but people don't really buy his craft. Well, they kind of did me, though. When I first started crafting, they did start to buy me craft stuff, and I had to very quickly say, no, please don't, because, you know, people who don't understand what we do as papercraft go out and buy us, like, you know, the stuff that's really for kids, don't they? So yeah, I kind of had to be like really strong and say to people, please don't buy me craft stuff, because that isn't the stuff that I use. But guys, $3.99. Please go and buy this, because it's an absolute bargain. And like I say, it's only whilst we've got this specific amount of stock, and once that stock's gone, and there isn't a huge amount, once it's gone, it'll go back up. Yeah, because this is a long-term item. This isn't something that we've just done now. We can make these to order. So when we start making these to order again, it'll go back up to $9.99, I think. So go grab it. So grab that and grab that. And then you've got Father's Day gift, maybe? Or maybe Father's Day gift, birthday gift, up to you. Sell them. Sell them at a craft fair. School fairs are coming up for Christmas. Do it in Christmas colours. You know, you can do whatever. This, by the way, you can put a little photo in there. So look, this is a 4x6" photo, like a standard size A6 photograph. So you can put that in there, okay? And, you know, you can do what you want. Or you could stamp something. You could put a card in there. You could put an Amazon card in, or a gift card of some kind. What about making, if you did cut a 4x6, you could actually attach something like an Amazon gift card or a store card onto it, insert that in, and you've got a gift as well. These, if you make and sell at fairs in any way, or even online, if you've got a little Facebook shop online, these would fly out the door. I took my mother-in-law down to the village hall, probably, I think it was Easter time. Yeah, just before Easter it was. And it's only tiny. There was about 10 stands in there, big stands, but there was only 10. Half of them were selling stuff made from MDF that was, you know, when they do the sublimation, half of them were selling that. The other half were kind of making stuff for children. But they were all, apart from one, there were 4 stalls selling coasters. And none of them had anything like this. And to the point where I sort of said, I should have come down here with some of our MDF kits and been selling it ourselves. I could have made a fortune, I think, because it would have been so different. Yes, Maz, decorate it however you wish, so you can add extras if you want. This is in 2 layers. Let me just show you. I'm going to move on. Sorry, I'm aware that I'm going on, ranting on, rambling. You aren't telling me, guys. It's 20 past already. We've already lost 25 minutes. So look, let me just move that. Okay, this is how it's coming to you. So upside down. So it's just 2 pieces like that. So that's your back. If you want to colour that, colour it all in one go. You could swipe that with an ink pad. Distress Oxide ink pad works so nicely on MDF. Really, really nicely. That's what I actually did here. That's what the blue is. Distress Oxide ink pad. And then I just, for the little highlights, I dipped my finger in a white ink pad and just rubbed it over the top. And that's all I've done. So that is Peacock Blue Distress Oxide on there. That's how well it covers. And it's the white picket, I don't know if, oh, did I use picket fence? I think I used my white ink pad on the background there. So, you know, you could just colour the whole entire thing. And then you get this piece, which you then pop out. All of these bits all pop out. And all you do then, you get your clock. You get instructions, by the way. And I tell you in the instructions what to do, how to, if you've never put a clock together. I'll show you exactly how to do it. So you get your clock. This bit just pokes through here. These little numbers, you see right there around the edges there. So this is going to come out of all the waste. And then you've also got 2 circles here. And these circles are for you to fit. You only actually need 1, but I've given you 2. And what you're going to do, basically, let me poke that out there. I'm just going to show you. I'm not going to do the whole thing, but I'm just going to show you so you can understand if you go for this. I really hope you're all grabbing this, because at $3.99 it's ridiculous. So you're literally just going to push that through. Now what we found, you've got a little thing here, a little plastic bag, which, do you know, you're going to have to forgive me, guys, because I've been doing all the trimming in the garden. It was literally like a wilderness out there with all the overgrown edges and stuff. It wasn't just around the lawn, it was all in the hedge bottoms. We've got a big garden. Anyway, so what you're going to do is you get your clock, you've got a rubber washer, you need to put that on. And what we found was it was really loose. So I've actually given you a wooden washer here. So you need to pop one of them out, and you're going to put it on top of here, on top of this rubber one. Then you literally, whoops, God, I'm sorry, my hands are a bit all over the place. I've got shaky hands. We're doing this trimming. It really, do you know, I won't do it again when I've got a live. I just never even thought about it. Then you've got a little, another little gold washer that goes on there, and you've got a nut, okay? And you're just going to screw the nut on, okay? And that'll secure the whole thing. And then what you do is you decide where you're going to put your things. So then you just literally put your hands on. You need to press it down a bit. That one there, I'm not going to put them both on because I want to take it back off. And then the top one, that just fits in there like that. And you'd have your other hand there. But that's it. That's basically all it is. Okay. So go and grab this because it's an absolute bargain. Right. Let me put that to a side. So that is your best dad ever clock. And you can decorate that however you want it to. So let's start looking at the rest of everything. Sorry, I've been rambling. That took way too long. Okay. So we have our summer garden release. You can see this in lots and lots of detail with all the amazing design team samples on the website. So I'm going to just zoom in a bit so you can see. Where am I? Not there. Bear with me. Not there. I'm missing a camera somewhere. Okay. Come on. Bear with me, guys. Sorry. I'm going to have to. There we go. Okay. Right. That's a little bit blurry, isn't it? Okay, so summer garden. I've wanted to do a gardening collection for such a long time. I don't know why we've not done one. In 16 years, we've never done a garden collection. I don't know why. So basically, this collection is huge because I didn't want to leave anything out. I thought it might be another 16 years before we do another one. So you are getting stamps and die sets that are going to match. If you're going to make, sorry, I'm just reading comments. If you're going to make different clock designs, maybe best day ever. Absolutely, yes, best day ever. And lots of other things as well. So you've got, these are A5 stamps and they're absolutely jam-packed. As you can see, you're getting so many dies in here. So you're getting 17 dies. This is birds and butterflies. So in this set, the colour, wow, it's very, hang on, let me just adjust the light on here. Let's just see if I can, it's quite light in here and I think maybe, is that a bit better? That's better, isn't it? Yeah. Okay, can actually see what we're doing now. So on this one, so this is birds and butterflies. You've got a gorgeous bird on the branch here. You've got all your flowers. There's a gorgeous teacup here that you can actually use as well. A little jug. You've got sentiment, don't worry, every flower grows through dirt, which is really, really cute. So that's, and you've got like a little trug down here, lots of little flowers and foliage that you can stamp into the trug. Really, really comprehensive stamp set, that one. Can you see that? I like this. I love this with the little fork in there, but it's actually quite a big stamp when you look. It's a good 2 inches, that stamp. So, you know, there's a good mix of large and small stamps. This bike is gorgeous as well. So if I can, I'm going to try and actually go through some samples to show you. But you can go on the website. Everything is on the website. So go and check it out. It's the Summer Garden release. Now, this set, 29 stamps and 29 dies. It's huge. Huge. Look at all those dies. Now, obviously, when it comes to pricing, we have to pay more the more pieces that are in something. But I have to say that these dies should really be £25 on their own. So the prices that you get in these for are ridiculous. So this one is all the dirt. And this is about all your garden tools, your watering can, your little boots. You know, I would stamp 2 of those. I've purposely not put 2 together because then you can separate them and you can, you know, position them as you want. You've got gardening gloves, lots of little plants. You've got your pots. Again, nice little butterfly. Again, these are much bigger than you see on the packaging. And your sentiment on there is gardeners know all the dirt. And then you've got a little garden sign here at the top. So that fits perfectly into this little sign as well. So little secateurs, you've got, don't know what that is. I think it's a turnip or something. Little seed packets, but all your tools and everything that you could need in that set. And then this is the third one. So yeah, everybody new joining me, if you want to win a £25 voucher for the store, which is about $30, enter win in the comments, and at the end of the live at 1 o'clock I will randomly select somebody to win. So you're going to win a voucher just literally for entering win. And if you head to the website, use code live10 for 10% off. Okay, so here again you've got 19 stamps and 19 dies. Again, massive set of dies. Look at all these dies. It's ridiculous how much we're giving you. So again here, love this one. So you've got ladder. This could also be like a train track if you've got anything that you could fit on there maybe. The reason I gave you this is so that you can actually kind of do a little bit of masking maybe. You know, you can stamp onto the ladder and have plants around your ladder, do all sorts. I'm going to get some samples out in a minute and show you. Wheelbarrow. This is more about the plants and the pots. You've got a gorgeous little bird house there with a nest, which will work. These three stamps basically are designed to work together. So look, you've got, if you put the bird house with the bird here from the birds and butterflies, it's all going to work together. So it is a whole collection, and it is all going to work together, and everything cuts out, even the sentiments. So we've got sending a big hello, and then this is my favorite stamp in the whole set. It's a little row of veggies, which I'm going to show you in a minute, and it says gardening is cheaper than therapy, and you get carrots. So really cool. So that's those. Let me grab some samples, which have all just fallen under my desk. In the excitement. Okay. Bear with me. Ooh. I've had a lot of exercise. Sorry, I've nearly swallowed my microphone then. I've had a lot of exercise today after trimming the thing. The shoulders are killing me now. Excuse me. So, let me see what I've got. I'm just going to grab a selection. Now, we also have dies in here as well. God, it's too many. It's too many. I'm not going to be able to get through everything. Right, okay. Sorry, these aren't sorted out. Okay. Look at this adorable card. Isn't that cool? Wish you a wonderful day. This is, which set's this? Plants and pots. My gosh, honestly, bear with me. I haven't quite got used to where everything is yet. Okay, so this is garden therapy. So this is, so you're going to get the pots here that are on garden therapy. I think 8, 9. Do you know? I don't think it is. No, sorry, it's not. I'm going to show you that in a second. Right, I didn't think it was. Birds and butterflies. How gorgeous is this? So this is the first set that I just showed you. So this is the birds and butterflies. Isn't that gorgeous? Here now we've got, again, birds and butterflies. Love this. Now, Natalia here, this message here, can you see that? That's actually a stamp in the set. And if you just stamp that onto a card on its own, it literally just looks like a flower, like a vine with flowers on the top. It's so pretty, and it says kindness grows. Then we've got the little fork that we were talking about. And what I love here is Natalia's used the new sun and moon stencil behind it. Absolutely gorgeous. We've got another one there from Birds and Butterflies. I'm not going to name check the whole team, sorry, because I need to get through this. This is the new wood grain stencil that we've also got. Here's the garden therapy. This is the one that I wanted. So I'm going to try and hold this still. Gardening is cheaper than therapy, and you get carrots. How cute. I love this card. I love how we've got these little apertures and all the vegetables are all growing out of it. That's on the garden therapy. And this one is the, bear with me, this is also, well, this is a mix of everything. But all of these lovely flowers, this is one big stamp here, as is this. This is garden therapy again. So this time we do have the pots on the garden therapy stamps. You've got your little wheelbarrow. It's just gorgeous. Look at the ladder, and then you've got a fence as well. Absolutely gorgeous. Okay, here's another one. Look at this stepper. Love this. Just love all the really strong colours the team have been using here. So again, garden therapy, but they're all mix and match. So this one has the carrots. So this has got these, these carrots here are from all the dirt. So really, I always try and make each stamp set in its own right. So you're not, we're not saying, oh, you've got to have set 1, 2, and 3 to make this, but they do all work so, so well. So if you know a gardener, and this is inspired because for the first time ever since we moved here, we've got a garden. And last year we didn't know what the garden really was, because obviously we moved in the October and nothing was growing, and quite honestly it was a wilderness. It was full of brambles and, oh, you've never seen anything like it, ivy everywhere. It was literally like a 20-year, like somebody hadn't touched it for 20 years. So last year over the last year, we've spent a huge amount of time trying to get rid of all the ivy, tidy it all up. The whole of the lawn had been sown. They tried to make it into a wildflower meadow, but actually all they did was just, I think, get a packet of daisy seeds and threw it all on the lawn. And so the whole entire lawn was full of daisies, but not in a nice way. They were like 4 foot tall, and they'd done it in 2 great big massive squares in the middle. Well, actually not a square, a big triangle and then a big rectangle full of daisies, and like nothing else, just everything else was brambles and ivy. So it's been a massive undertaking to get the garden back to normal. And this year it's really come. So we've got lots of new plants in, beautiful peonies everywhere, which, we're all overshadowed. So again, this is the All the Dirt one. Look at that, isn't that cool? Great card for a man again. Right, I've got to speed up. Okay. So love this as well. Oh no, I can't show you that. I haven't got to these bits yet. Oh, let me see. Okay, I need to get on to, oh look. Sorry, I've got things mixed up. And little pots. That's fallen off there. Look at this pretty card. Who made this? Is this a Rachel? Yeah, I thought so. Okay, so gorgeous. Gorgeous. I love that she's stamped this on top of the ladders. Now, we might go over an hour here, guys. I don't know. Look at this. So this is by Maz, and I can spot her work a mile off because she always goes for these she loves greens. I can tell because she always uses a lot of green colours, and they always look amazing. So gorgeous. This is in the new release as well, this big hello statement. So again, a mix here. This is All the Dirt primarily, with all the different pots and things going on. Gorgeous. And then we've got something completely different. So Christine here has just randomly made her own background, which I just absolutely love. So again, All the Dirt, and she's just kind of used this. Really easy card to make. These sentiments are also in the new collection. So if you love our strip sentiments with the strip die, you're going to love that. Bev, yeah, this is absolutely. Let me start showing you some of the other things in the collection. Okay, bear with me. So I've just got to grab all my stuff because I kind of need to go through it as we're going through. One thing I do have to show you before we do much else is I need to show you the paper pack. Okay, because that is amazing. Everything in it is amazing. I love everything in this release. Absolutely love it all. So here is this sentiment. These are big dies, okay? And what I like about this, the way that I did this, is I tried to make sure, when you get an outline die as your mat or your layer, usually that's not legible and you can't usually use that. I specifically made this so that you have both layers that can be usable. So you can add them together, or you can have your little skinny layer and then you've got your fat layer, and the fat layer works as well. So you're actually getting 2 dies here. It's not just one. So you get both dies, and that's what creates this. The team have been loving this, and I love, for instance, look at this. How cool is that? Just looks so nice. Isn't that nice? Gorgeous. So that's your hello, your big hello dies. 2 dies in that. I'm not going to mention prices because I can't remember. The other thing we actually have in this release, before I forget, we have these. These are brand new Polkadoodles. So these are your little flatback cabochons, self-adhesive. You're going to get 2 in a set. So we're selling these in pairs, I think. But gorgeous colours. These colours were specifically made for this collection. So I actually chose the colours. This was like the colour set that I had in my mind when I designed all of this. So they're your polka dots, which are just fab. And you get 96 dots on there, which is a lot. I've been looking around, and most of them you're probably going to get about 40 or so. So before I get any further, I'm just going to show you, because all of these things are on all the samples, and so I kind of feel like I need to show you all of these. So if you saw at Christmas, we had our Merry Everything dies, and it had our, basically we're calling this a strip die, although it's not really in strips. It's, oh, got my finger stuck then. So basically you're getting one stamp, so just one whole stamp. You've got 4 register circles on the corners. So you're going to stamp this. You then match your die, also has 4 circles in the corners, and you just basically use that to register your die on top of the stamp, okay, on your paper, and then you can die cut the whole lot in one go. And now I am going to make some downloads for this as well, so that we've got different sentiments in there too. And also there will be other stamps. We'll do other stamps to fit this one as well. So fab. I love doing that, because one thing that I love sentiments, one thing I hate doing is die cutting 1 sentiment at a time. It really bugs me. So absolutely love those. I have to say, we only launched this on Wednesday, and I think 65% of our stock has already gone on this. So don't hang around, because if it does sell out, I can't get the dies back again. So don't hang about. Make sure you get that one. Now, one thing I've got to show you. Who wants a paper pack? Who wants a daisy paper pack? 8x8. But I can go better than that. You're gonna get 2. Okay. So I do this because I know for a fact when you get these papers, you are going to wish you had another one, because you won't want to use it because it's so gorgeous. So, well, this is for me anyway. This is how I shop. I want 2. So you're going to get 2, okay? The price is ridiculous. It's almost buy one, get one free. These should be, as an 8x8, I think these should be $8.99 each. And I think you're getting, well, basically you're getting 2 for the price of 1, almost, I think. As I say, I'm not sure on the pricing. I can't remember what the prices are. I don't have my list with me. So this is the paper pack. I've got to show you this, because I feel like we didn't really show this on telly. Look at this. So gorgeous. This little tiny daisies going right through. So you're getting 30 sheets in a pack, which is a lot anyway. And you're getting 10 designs with 3 of each. So basically you're going to get 60 sheets, and you're going to get 6 of each, which is a good amount. Gorgeous stripes. So again, everything kind of colour matches. So look, you can understand where my colour choices came from on here. So everything kind of colour matches. But I've got to show you these. They're just absolutely stunning. Oh, I'm upside down. Sorry, I was messing around with these, and then I just threw them together, just chucked them all together in my thing. So you've got this gorgeous damask. Then you've got beautiful, it's got like a grid on there and little tiny white hearts. More daisies. This says, where does it say? Daisy, daisy, give me your answer, do. Daisies are little balls of golden can't remember what I said. Sunshine. So there's two sentences on there. More. Oh, look at this one. Isn't that gorgeous? So again, the same damask pattern in there that's on that cream one, so you're going to be able to match that up. Stunning, stunning papers. Absolutely beautiful. Aren't these gorgeous? And then we're back to, so we've got 10 designs. As I say, I think we're back to square one. So that's your set. So don't forget, you're going to get 2 of those. So when you go on the website and think, oh, that's a bit expensive for a paper pack, don't forget you're getting 2. Okay, now I've also got to show you, gosh, where are we? Oh, some more. Right, let's show you some more samples. So going back to the ladders, this is exactly what I had in mind when I designed those stamps. So that's from the Garden Therapy. Oh, and I love this card. Absolutely love this card. Don't worry, every flower grows through dirt. And look at that. Isn't that adorable? So Rachel's just made this. She's obviously got a little fence die from somewhere, but just stunning. Isn't that pretty? That's absolutely adorable. Love that card. Another one with the birds and butterflies and that hello again. And if you like this, this is the scallop rectangles that we had a couple of months ago. We've still got some stock of that. But just beautiful. Loving the bird and everything. And little sentiments. Sending sunny thoughts to brighten your day. And that's actually on that strip die. Oh, I've got to show you. Oh gosh, I've got so much to show you. Right, I need to hurry up. Okay. Let me just grab, there's something in here missing. We did the stencils last week. I gave you a quick reveal of the stencils last week. So we do have 4 new stencil sets on the website. Sorry, I'm just looking. I've lost something in my mind. Okay, so on this card, what I was looking for is we have some packs of MDF and chipboard chicken wire. Okay, and if you go for the bundle, I think it's included in the bundle. I just can't quite remember. Now, you see this embossing? Christine was so clever. She actually used, I think it must have been the chipboard because the MDF wouldn't go through your. I don't think the MDF would go through your machine. Christine, was it the MDF or the chipboard that you embossed with? I can't remember, but look at that. She put it through her just with an embossing fold, and look at the texture on that. I absolutely love it. It looks quilted. It's gorgeous. I mean, I would use that texture for lots of other things. It doesn't even look like chicken wire on there. It just looks amazing. Love that, Christine. And this, I've got a little tiny bit, look. I don't know what I've done with my chipboard. You see it somewhere? I don't know what I've done with it. No, don't know what I've done with it. I've squirreled it away because I'm in love with it so much. It's another thing I don't want to use. But if you don't know what chipboard is, basically it's like this. So it's like a little pliable, soft cardboard that's all precision cut by a laser machine, and you can tear it. You can look, it just tears. So you've got to be quite careful with it. But it's still quite robust. And then there's a chipboard, an MDF sheet as well. So, Christine, it was the MDF. Wow. Okay, I've got to try and find that. And I need to try and actually show you. Hang on, found it. Look, here we go. I knew I had it somewhere. Here we go. Look, so we've got this. So it's a sheet of chipboard, of MDF and chipboard. It's poking through there, you can just see. So you can see here, this is how much I love chipboard because I've already used mine. So you're going to take the MDF, it all pops out. Okay. I mean, I wouldn't throw that away, I'd use it to make an edge or something, but anyway. So this is your MDF. So this is out of 2mm, so it's not really thick, which means it's quite pliable, and that's why you can use it through your embossing machine, through your die cutting machine to emboss. So that's literally what she's done. So you just use your embossing foam, just put it through, and that's what you get. I thought it must have been the MDF, because I think if you do it with the chipboard, I think it might squash it, because it is quite much softer. But that is an amazing technique, and I am going to be doing that all the time from now on. But make sure you grab this, because all these like little chipboard pieces just look fantastic, just layered up with everything else. So let's have a look at some other things. I've got something that, gosh, if you could see my desk now. Okay, we then have lots of dies. So we've got this incredible greenhouse die. You're gonna absolutely love this. So let's see what you can make here. I've got packages on my desk. I don't know what I did with it. Honestly, I've not really unpacked yet from coming back from Hobby Maker, so everything, I'm a bit in disarray. But anyway, you can see here, and let me grab, oh, here we are. So you can see a bit better on the packaging, can't you? So this is what you're going to get. And let me see if I can find the samples. I'm sorry to the team, the girls that are here, if your cards aren't being shown. I've literally just got what's in my hand here. Look at this. Isn't that stunning? So you're getting all of the, what do you call it? The foliage and the little flower. You're getting those as well. And the whole thing there has been decorated from that die. It's got no extra pieces on it. That's your little flowers and all your foliage. And I just love what you've got, like your little Swiss cheese plant there. Just stunning. You know, quite a simple card to make. It just cuts it all in one big piece. I like how here, I think this is Christine again. Oh no, Jane. I like how Jane's actually paper pieced these pieces back in again, which is just fab. And then look at this one. Again, gorgeous, gorgeous. A bit more detail on this one. So on this one, I love how it's been. Oh, I've got cards everywhere. I love how, who did this? Natalia. I love how she's coloured the inside, and then she's built up again all of her foliage in the background, then all those gardening bits and bobs. Isn't that fab? Absolutely love that. I think that would look, this paper would just make a great grass floor. So if you wanted to put that on a plain background, just, you know, cut that across, because it's like a little bed of daisies, like a lawn full of daisies. It's just fab. I'm just reading what Christine's saying. So guys, if you like the MDF embossing, Christine's actually telling you in the comments how she did that. Okay, so it was she had to mess around a little bit with the layers. So that is your amazing greenhouse dies. As you can see, massive die set again. So that's that one. Love, 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 love. I'm going to put that in there so I don't lose it. Okay, so that's the greenhouse. What's next? I can't keep up. Okay, next we've got... Okay, this is in the garden dies. So again, big dies again, but not so big. They're not so big that they're not going to fit on a card. I hate it when you have a card or when you get a die set and it's either too small for a card if you like a bigger card, but it's too big if you like making a small card like this. So I always design for this size of card, but I bear in mind that a lot of us make this size of card, so everything's always going to fit. So let me see if I can find these pieces. Let me see. I don't think, oh, I've got another greenhouse there. Look at that one. Love that one. That's a Christine card. Love that. Gorgeous. So you can use your holographic if that's what you're into. Sorry, I'm just trying to find, oh, here we are. Okay. Look at this. How fab is that? This is Rachel, I think. Yep, Rachel. Look at the chipboard, chicken wire, and that's exactly how I use it. I just like tear a little bit off and just use it as a bit of background texture. Love that dye. And then here we've got another one again, but this time we've got the foliage from the greenhouse actually in the dye there as well, and the lovely little birdhouse there. So you can see how everything really ties together. So that's in the garden. I'm running out of space to put things. And then we've also got the garden tools dies. Now this one again, big die set here again. This, not that one, it's this one. So this is the garden tools. Okay, so it's 2 dies in here, but you're going to cut all these pieces out together again because it's annoying when you've got to do them separately. So again, you know, lots of different things you can do with this one. Let me see where I can find. Here we go. How cool is this? So Christine, again, as usual, you've got getting the gloves in here. So you've got all the little gardening gloves, which is so cute. And then just the little fork and the trowel. These are just perfect for all those kind of mail cards, I think, don't you? And then look at this. So we've got all of the tools there, just cut from silver, so it all gives it that look of metal. You could add a few waxes onto there as well if you want. And what I love here, you can't see that on the screen, but what she's done is she's just actually stamped that garden stamp, you know, the word garden in the background, so it looks like it's embossed. It's so subtle you can't see it, I don't think. See it, just about see it there, but anyway, it looks really lovely. I love white on white, it's gorgeous. So that's the garden tools. Now this is actually my favourite set of dies, this one. Oh, and I've lost, oh no, it's not there, it's there. This is the one that I was hiding before. So this is actually the smallest set of dies, really, but I just love this. I think it's so cute. So this is what's going to create all your vegetables. So you're getting 3 dies here. So again, I would just multi-cut this in lots of different colours. You've even got here on your little tomatoes, you've even got the little stems for the top. I've coloured this as a beetroot, but it could be a radish. It could be a turnip. You know, you can make it whatever you want. And down here in the corner, I've actually stacked up some of the elements here to show you how you can actually make it look much bigger than it actually is. So let's see how you can use this if I've got any. Here we go. Just a couple. Oh, look, here's some more. So we've got a combination here. So this is a combination of all 3 of those die sets, basically. And I just love them. But look at the tomatoes. They're just so cute. And this little beetroot-y radish thing, I am in love with that. I love it. But also, I just gave you like a little flower as well. So it's just kind of like a general thing too. So lots and lots of different options there. Gosh, I've run out of time nearly. And then just to do this, that would be perfect for a gardener, wouldn't it? You know, a guy's card. And what I love here, can you see there? Look how Chrissy, everything is flat on that card. And then she's so clever, she's just added, oops, something's come from somewhere else there. Somebody's missing a happy birthday. But she's just added a little foam pad under that tomato just to make it a little bit dimensional. And it just makes it stand off the page a little bit more. So instead of everything being flat, just gives you a bit of interest. But look how she's coloured these little radishes. Love radishes. I've got a fridge full of radishes right now. So that is your plants and pots die. Right, what else have we got? There is a stack ton of other chipboard. I do have, oh, it's not finished. I'm going to keep going. We then have the leafy fronds dies. And with this one, you're going to get these 3 sets of leaves. So it's the same leaf, but different sizes, different kind of effects. And this, I had it on something earlier. The girls have been using it all over the place. Where did I put it? Oh, I had them loose. I don't know. They've disappeared. If you can see my desk right now, you know why. I can't find anything. Look. Don't forget, guys, if you want to win a £25 voucher, $30 for the store, just enter win in the comments. And also, if you're shopping, use code LIVE10 for 10% off until that runs out Tuesday. Here's the leafy fronds, look. So this is all your like little leaves. And look, all your veggies. This is chipboard from the chipboard jars, which was in our Hello Spring release last month. And then your little tools. Isn't that adorable? And the wood grain stencil in the background again. How fab's that? So that's your leafy fronds. I've also got to show you another die set now. Bear with me. I need to just make a sprint because I've left my die cuts somewhere else. Oh, and I've squashed them. Okay. Sorry, I've got to... There's some secret stuff on here, so I'm just having to move some things. Oh my, I am in love with these dies. Okay, so this is our Pretty Flower 1 die set. Okay, and this is what, so basically it's a set of 5 flowers. They look quite unassuming, good sizes, you know, from large to small, so you're going to get 5 dies. This is what you can make. Okay, so this is what they create, these flowers. Absolutely stunning, stunning flowers. And the green foliage on there is the leafy fronds as well. Okay, so this is them. So this die set and the leafy fronds makes these. And these are just stunning. So I've just cut the leafy fronds here in a green basil, like a sagey green basil. These flowers are actually on this packet. So this is the photography. This is how I made these, did the photos. So these are your flowers that you're going to create. You can add as much dimension in these as you like. These are embossed, so they have the embossing lines. And all I did was I just took some, I think it was peeled paint, ink, into the centre of each flower before I actually shaped it. And look how pretty these are. Now this one I actually added a little bit of blue. So these have got a little bit flattened actually, because it's a while since I actually made them. But look, you can just shape these. You can have them flat if you want, but I actually really like them shaped. So, you know, you can do what you want. Look how pretty it is. Honestly, just to die for. I actually, this makes me want to just make a wreath, or just to, you know, if you were making a card, what imagine if you were doing a wedding card. Look, you could just literally do this. I mean, I think it looks nice if you actually have a couple in with the blue in as well. But look, what if you, I've just had an idea actually. So look, I've got a little one there. But you could, if you were clever, how about, might not work. Let me just move these. I mean, it's you've got to have these. You've got to get this die set. It's gorgeous. What I'm trying to do here, but I'm a bit fingers and thumbs today, is create a heart with my flowers. I think I'm about there. Yeah? So look, you could just put that one in the middle. Have your little leafy bits. They're just perfect. The 3 sizes together, I think, is just absolutely perfect. I think that one, I'm going to put that down there. And look, you could create that. There's your little flat pieces left over. But look, you could create a flower heart for a wedding. So, you know, you could just literally, I would, if you wanted a gift, I would make that onto a canvas, or just put it onto, oh, where's my camera? Come on. Why's that gone out of focus? Not better? Did it come back? Come on. It's just gone out of focus for some reason. Stupid thing. There we go. Oh, it just decided to come back. How pretty is that? So that is, yeah, I would just like literally put that onto the front of the card, but I would do it as a canvas, so it's actually a gift. And then you could just put their names on it, and they would keep that. Maybe you put it into a frame, you know, into an actual glass frame and frame it. But how pretty. So that is Pretty Flowers one die set with leafy fronds. You've got to get the leafy fronds because these are amazing. You will literally be using those on everything. So absolutely stunning together. And actually what I did was, if you look on the website, I actually bundled those with the Hello Sentiment die. And you see this card here, that's actually using the Pretty Flower one dies. So Christine just cut them out of the front of the card and then put the glitter card behind. So all of that there is in a bundle together anyway. It's gorgeous. So that's my must-have thing of this release, really. But there's still more to come. I told you it was big. I told you it's huge release. Now, let me show you two more cards I'm going to show you. And we haven't even looked at the MDF. So I want to show you these cards. So, let me just zoom back out a bit. I'm a bit close now. Okay. So, here's another great card. So, I actually made this one. I'm not saying it's great. I don't know. I liked it. There were things I would change though, but never mind. It's okay. I was in a bit of a rush. So I used the green daisy paper in the background. My little bit of chipboard, look, chicken wire behind here. And then these, everything on here is chipboard, okay? So no die cuts, it's all chipboard. So I'm going to show you that in a second. I just think this, again, great for a gardener. I stamped the chipboard, by the way, on the gloves. So you're going to get the gloves. I'm going to show you. This is what you're actually getting. So this is called the Green Fingers chipboard. And I'm going to show you this project in a minute as well. But I just want to show you what you're going to get. So you're going to get 2 sheets of this. Okay. And you can see here, all of these pop out. So it's 2 sheets of laser cut embellishments. And the lovely thing about this is that you can just ink these. You don't need anything else. You can either ink them, you can use markers, you can use gel pens if you want, pencils. Do you know, I haven't actually used pencils on them yet, but pencils will give you such a lovely soft look. It would be absolutely stunning. It'd be really, really soft. If you're liking the dandelions, here, look, we've got weeds in here. You've even got, let me just show you this. Do you know, I have such a ball when I'm designing chipboard. See here, this isn't string. This is actually chipboard. So you're actually getting those here. And you're just going to pop them out. They are so delicate. They're literally a millimetre wide. And the great thing about laser cutting is that we can actually get a bit more precision than giving you dies. So although, I need to blow my nose. Although dies are fantastic, when we do the laser cutting, we can actually make things thinner than you can with a die. There's the tolerance is much smaller. So on a die, everything has to be at least a millimetre for it to cut well. Whereas when we do the laser cutting, that doesn't apply. It basically depends on how well we can operate the machine. Anyway, so you're getting all of these flowers. And so this is the Green Fingers chipboard embellishments, okay? Now I have to say, this was one of the best selling things we had on the Hobby Maker release. Everybody's gone mad for it. And I want to just show you another card that I made with that. So again, they're in there. So your little tools. So you can see you've got like little tiny tools as dies. You've got tools in the stamps. You've got tools here as well. So it doesn't matter which bit you go for. You know, you don't have to buy the whole thing. You know, or if you want to make something a bit bigger. I like this card. I just like that it's very kind of minimal, and just the colour of it. I just love the colour. All I've done here is inked this because you've got all of the texture engraved into the chipboard here. You know, I could have done this in grey if I'd wanted, but I just wanted to have a nice kind of like quite a pared back look with that one. And I think I'm almost at the end, just to sort of show you Christine on this one. So this is a die cut, and she's die cut the this foliage is from the Amazing Greenhouse, but then she's also added chipboard in here, and then she's added some of her little polka dot embellishments into the middle. And I just need to show you more things as well that I've missed. So love this frame. So this again by Rachel, and it's got a bit. The problem is things get a bit dog-eared. By the time we come back, everything gets a little bit dog-eared. Sorry, Rach. But isn't that pretty? Gorgeous. And Rachel's actually covered the chipboard with the papers out of the paper pack, which is lovely. But again, your pretty flowers, your fronds. You'll have seen fronds, or the leafy fronds, on nearly everything. And then look at this. So this is another way that Christine's to use your flowers as well. So remember, this is how I did the flowers, but Christine and Rachel have done them differently. So they kind of have a bit of a different look. So you can decide how you want to do them. I love this where it's very three-dimensional on these. Gorgeous curly roses. So I think I've kind of shown you everything. Now I can't actually get to my laptop. Oh, look what I found. Look, found what I was looking for. Christine also took the leafy fronds and actually used them as a mask. And she actually inked everywhere with them. So isn't that clever as well? She's very clever, Christine. All the girls on the design team are amazingly clever. Okay, let me. Did I show you that in the end? I don't know if I did. Did I show you that card? So that was with the plants and pots dies and the vegetables. Adore. Absolutely adore that. Love it. Okay. So I've been trying to kind of like read your messages as I've been going through. Oh, I've got lots of people today. Hello to everyone that I've name checked. You've thought of even the tiniest details. I try. I'm a detail person. I try to think of the details. And this is why I think we've never done a big gardening collection before, because this is huge. And the reason is because I wanted to have 3 stamp sets and loads of dies to go with it. Because as I was designing, I was like, well, we have to have that. You can't not put that in. You know, I would want it. And that's kind of how I work. I'm always kind of like, you know, this is what I would want if I was crafting. You know, it would annoy me if I kind of bought a stamp set and there weren't any little tools in it. But equally, it would annoy me if I bought a stamp with a stamp or a die with tools in it and there were no vegetables to put with it. But then also I want the flowers, and you can't always put everything in one stamp or one die because they're just not big enough. There isn't the room. So this is why it kind of grows and grows and grows, and that's why we have these big collections. So thank you. So have you all entered? I'm going to give you 30 seconds to put win if you haven't already. And if you haven't already, you need to type win in the comments, because I'm going to draw someone to win a £25 voucher, which is worth about $30. In fact, I think it's a bit over $30 now at the minute. So last chance saloon, type win right now. I'm sorry I didn't get around to doing a demo. I am going to be back. I'll try and do one midweek if I can. I'll do another live midweek. And I will demonstrate. I still have a ton of stuff to show you. And actually, just before I go, there is a couple of things that I just still want to show, because I kind of showed you a bit of this earlier. So the Green Fingers chipboard we were looking at just now, look at this amazing thing. Let me go back to my desk. So this again is what Rachel made. So that's with Pretty Flowers 1 die, Leafy Fronds, This is your green fingers chipboard. And then this, oh, I'm in love with this. Do you know, it's the first time, I have to say, Rachel, I'm sorry, this is the first time I've opened this. I didn't even see all this inside. I don't know, did this even get shown on TV? I don't think so. Look, she's decorated this. This is our MDF journal covers. And look, this is all totally distressed. It's cut away, look. So this is just one. You're getting a set of 3 journal covers. And just to show you the others that you're getting in that set, let me just, because it all works together, doesn't it? Let me just move things. So I'm going to show you. So you get this one, which is an 8x8 square. You get this one, which is an A4. So with this is gorgeous. Maz made this one. Love the colours on this. Just, this floats my boat. So in this, you actually get 3 layers, look. So you get the back cover, which is decorated. You know, you could put, I think this would look nice with like a little circle or a rectangular, like little journal. You know, not a big one. I think it'd be quite cute if you just put like a small one in there. You know, just cut your own shapes. And you know what would look really nice is if you cut it with a die. You know, like if you had a scallop edge die and you just cut yourself loads of sheets in there. You can, if you need extra holes, if you've got a crocodile, you can cut through this with your crocodile. It'll goes through like butter. But we're giving you 3 layers for this. Now, you might not want to use all 3 layers. You might want to make 2 journals or even 3 journals and just use these as the covers. Completely up to you, but isn't that gorgeous? Then we've got, so that's number 1, number 2, and then we have this. So this is the 3rd journal cover. You're also getting, so you get these bits as well, guys. All this decorates it. I mean, this is all kind of flat, but you're getting extra embellishments in here. So you get in the garden and you get all the extra bits to add detail. Then you get this one. The toadstools come with this, but this is your main journal cover here, and you've got the back as well. And then Jane's just decorated it. She's used again the wood grain stencil, which all the girls have loved. But I'm really so into houses, and this is numbers look all on the top. And I'm going to show you, just because I've got them here, I'm going to show you a couple more examples of this as well, just whilst we're doing this one. In fact, I think I've got one of each. Here's a different one. So Natalia made this one. I love the depth of colour on this one. Oh, got stuck. What's happened here? Oh, I think something's melted. It's when it gets, I think it's got stuck in the car in the heat. Okay, that does open, but I think, oh, anyway, it does. It'll open. I just need to prise it open with my craft knife. I don't want to break it. But yeah, gorgeous, isn't it? So that's the same one. So 2 completely different looks. And then we've got here, yeah, they've all got stuck together. Ooh. Oh. And then look at this one. So again, 2 versions of this one. And then look, 2 different versions of this one. So again, you're getting all these extra, all these leaves and everything are all extra. Yeah, these have all got stuck together, so you can see the layers. So there's nothing, barely any work to do here. I'm going to have to get my knife at these. Oh, they obviously got crushed under something. Do you know, I'm going to kill Mr. Doodles. Do you know, he always throws all my stuff in the car when we're leaving. Anyway, it's a good job. It doesn't matter if it's distressed, isn't it? But how lovely is that? So that's that one. And that's it. That's all I'm going to show you for today. We have lots of other MDF, like I say, because there was the second show. Everything I've shown you is just from the first launch show on Hobby Maker. If you head to the website, you'll be able to see it all. Because I've actually edited the shows. I downloaded it and I've kind of edited the back, the end and the start bits to crop it out, so you'll be able to see everything a little bit better. I didn't do huge amounts of demos because there was so much for us to get through. It was a struggle, but like I say, I will schedule another live midweek. So where are we? We're on Sunday. Maybe we can do one on Wednesday afternoon, maybe. After lunch, maybe. And I will definitely demo. And then next week's live, we'll go through the MDF. So don't forget, before I select the winner. So a lot of you joined us late, and I've got to tell you, if you like decorating MDF, you need to go to the website, and there's 2 kits you need to get hold of. Okay. Now, as I was explaining before, this is because Nikki made a huge mistake. So I obviously kind of design everything. Excuse my back. And I tell Chris what to make on the laser and how many. And then I tell Hobbymaker how many we've got to sell. And Nikki made a huge boo-boo because I basically told Chris to make twice as many as we should have done. So we've been selling this over the last 2 weeks at $6.99. So if you want a cute little dad frame, a photo goes in here. So I'm sorry if you've already heard me say this, but we've had loads of new people join since we started. If you weren't here at the beginning, you need to know this. These have been $6.99, and they will go up at some point to $9.99, I think it is. Because I messed up. We have more stock than we actually had on Hobbymaker that I didn't even know about until I got back yesterday. So basically, you can grab this now for $3.99. Okay, and we're a bit naughty really because people have paid full price for this, but it's for a limited amount of stock because I don't want it sitting on a shelf for 3, 4, 5 months because we've made too many. We will, because when we're doing MDF, generally we make it to order because that's what we can do. So $3.99, not $6.99, so more than half price. If you saw this on the show and you liked this, which is this gorgeous Best Dad Ever clock, this is in 2 pieces. I made this if you want to know how to make this, go back to the beginning of this live because I actually showed it. It's just in 2 sections. You get the clock with it as well. This was $9.99 on the show on Wednesday. Again, we've made way too many. $3.99. $3.99. So you can get both of these for under a tenner. Both of these for under £8. It's ridiculous. But it's limited, and once it's gone, it is gone. So make sure you grab them because it's just a phenomenal deal. Anyway, I just had to tell because I don't want anyone to miss out. Right. Okay. Brilliant cars project. Shout out to all the creators. Thank you, Bev. Yes. So thank you to the design team, many of which are here today. So we've got Rachel. Sana was with us earlier. She's on the Digi team. Natalia, Maz, Christine, Jane have all made these samples. So thank you, ladies. Couldn't do it without you. You're absolutely brilliant. Jackie, well done. Do you know what, guys? Sell them. Sell them at your craft fairs. Teachers gift. Well, no, you can't send that to a teacher, can you? No, sorry, you can't. But gifts, it doesn't have to be this year. It could be next year. My dad's going to get one of them for his birthday in July. So he's going to get one for Father's Day, and then he's going to get one for July. But he's probably seen it on telly. It shouldn't matter. He won't care, will he? I might give one each to my sisters and say, let's all make him one and make it different. Anyway, right, time. So don't forget live 10. So don't forget $3.99. And I've given you a code for live 10. So you can get an extra 10% off. So that would then make it $3.50. 2 for £7 in that case. Ridiculous. Okay. Chris doesn't know I've done this. He's gone away. He's gone off to York for the day with his mum. He don't know I've even done it. I didn't even tell him. He'll come back and be going, oh, we've sold lots of Father's Day stuff today. I go, oh, have we, dear? But yeah, seriously, grab it. It's just literally, there's nothing wrong with it. It's just a mistake on my part. So I just want to get rid of it. I've got to make room for lots of other things, and the MDF takes up a lot of room in the warehouse. Right, I am going to pick a winner. Thank you all for joining me. So let me go through. Gosh, lots of you today. Let's see. Amanda, you wanted to win, didn't you, Amanda Curran? Yeah, she entered lots of times. Bevan, who's it going to be? Pauline. Oh, let me see. Jacqueline, Jackie Edwards. No design team people can win. Mrs. Gigi, hello. Don't know who Mrs. Gigi is. Bev, Carol, Patricia, Katrina. So there's lots of you there. Okay, I'm just going to randomly select somebody. Okay, here goes everyone. Okay, I am. Here we go. I'm just scrolling. Bev Healy. Bev, congratulations. So you are our winner. So Bev, can you email me website at polkadoodles.co.uk to get your claim, and I'll set it up as either a gift voucher or as a store credit. I think you've got an account on the website. And oh, Debbie, you were in there as well. I didn't name check you, but you were in there as well. Right, so well done, Bev. It was Bev Healy, Nikki. Yes, Bev Healy. So I'm sorry to everyone else that missed out, but if you join me for the next one, we do this every time. So every live, £25 voucher. Got to be in it to win it. So thank you so much. I'm going to go grab a coffee. I'm going to try and recover from all the garden strimming. I'm not doing that before the next time's live, I tell you. My arm is killing. When I came upstairs to set all the cameras up, my arm was like this. I'd been strimming for an hour. So yeah, that wasn't a good move, Nikki. Right, so thank you. Thanks for spending your Sunday lunchtime with me. So we will do Wednesday. I will post it out, but I'll do Wednesday, and I'll do a proper demo on Wednesday. And then next Sunday we'll go through all the MDF. So thank you for all your purchases. I know lots of you have already been buying. I can see all the orders coming in. But just don't miss out. And my pick of the show is the Pretty Flowers one dye with the leafy fronds. Gotta get it. It's absolutely gorgeous. Okay, over and out from me. Thank you for listening to me, and I hope you've had fun. I have. So thanks so much, and I will see you all on Wednesday. Okay, bye-bye.